Um, so these informational points are taken from the SAHA census within the last year or two. And as we can see, there's a lot of basic need insecurity within our own community, with 41.5% food insecurity, 46.3% housing insecurity and houselessness, um, inaccessible education due to cost and inaccessibility of necessary medical and mental health care. And those are very important to maintain our community, and we need to understand why um, there is such a disparity between um, folks who have access to these basic needs and folks who don't. When within life experiences, this is also a really important factor to think about when thinking about economic justice. Um, People not having their basic needs met for food, shelter, medical care um, within childhood and continuing today. Um, People having to work as children before they were 18 in order to meet their basic needs, sending money home to support their families and friends. Um, this is important to think about, especially if you have the privilege to not have to work or have your needs paid for, and considering contributing more to sliding scale rent or to community um, crowdfunding and engaging in people financially versus just um, sharing their stories and their GoFundMe's on your, I don't know, Instagram story or whatever it is. We need to engage in our communities in a deeper way. And then we also see that a lot of people in this community do have privilege to be able to um, have connections and have um, the economic um, freedom to not have to work a full-time job to meet basic needs. But then we also see that we have a lot of folks who need to support other folks, and this economic model isn't just personal, but there's a lot to do with family ties and friends and mutual aid in this way. So now let's break down that first definition of economic justice that I stated in the beginning here. So what is it? What is economic justice? This word is being thrown around a lot in this presentation. So economic justice is a concept which policies must result in the distribution of wealth equally to all. It must touch both individual and social order and aim at giving freedom to each person to engage creatively in unlimited work. And as we said before, this is the work of the mind and the spirit, and work that is really important into creating a healthy community. And the ultimate purpose of economic justice is to free each person to engage creatively in unlimited work beyond economics, that of the mind and spirit. So that definition is taken from this principle of Kissel-Adler theory of economic justice. This is a highly regarded theory in that it bases off of inputs and outtakes in order to create an equitable model. And I know it seems like a lot, but we'll define each of the different tenets: participative justice, distributive justice, and social justice in the next couple slides. So participative justice, that is the input here. It refers to how each of us makes inputs into our economic system, equal access to the means of acquiring property, and equal opportunity to engage in productive work. And this principle rejects monopolies, special privileges, and other exclusionary social barriers to the full participation and economic self-reliance of every person. So this refers to how we need to understand the inequity in being able to access basic needs, being able to access property and productive work, and being paid fairly for our work. And a lot of that, unfortunately, is not true within our system, so we need to work to reconstruct that system within our own community. And next is distributive justice. This is the outtake principle. So first, the outputs of the system of wealth. People receiving based on their contributions rather than based on their level of qualification. Somebody who's working 40 hours a week, earning their fair share of the profits, and rejecting bosses and rejecting managers and rejecting landlords and stuff like that. And distributive justice follows participative justice and breaks down when all people are not given equal opportunity to acquire and enjoy the fruits of income producing property. So again, that's people who aren't putting in the labor, taking the profits, and not allowing for the workers to be able to profit off their labor in the same way. And social justice. This is the defining principle of economic justice. So the way we pick up on distortions and inequities within our system helps to correct and guide principles that reestablish equity for everyone. This is us realizing, oh wait, there's something wrong with the system, and we need to work to fix it. We need to contribute to mutual aid efforts and begin to unravel this toxic and racist system that uses all of us and takes our labor and doesn't give as much in return. So that's pretty much it. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. This is a good place if you have anything else that you want to discuss with your houses and how these systems work in your communities. And again, thank you for the folks who made this presentation. This is taken from the 2019 Economic Justice Workshop for SCHA, and I tweaked it a little bit, but thank you for the layout and the basics on here to whoever contributed to this material. And that's it. Thanks so much.